Hello everyone, welcome to the today's class. Today's we are going to do some in poses to open up your joints and connective tissues. So come on your butterfly position, knees out, feet together, and then next time when you exhale slowly bend forward from your hip. Now you can adjust your feet more forward or back. Check your hip joint so you can adjust as much as front, and bring your elbows down towards your mat so the shoulder is more relaxed down, and then relax the neck so the head is more down towards the feet. So every pose when you do in yoga, you are trying to stay in the pose without moving the body. So in that way you can keep the joints more stretched and open for a longer time. So make sure you are comfortable in the pose. Also don't need to push the pose too much. So we are not going to make it perfect in pose. Instead, we are going to relax in the pose. So remember that when you do every pose. Now bring the awareness to the back. Now you can see the back is more arch. That means the spine is more arch, opening your vertebrae. And then bring your awareness to your hip joint. As you bend forward, the hip joint is starting to open up. At the same time, you are not moving, so the joint is taking enough time to stretch deeper. Keep breathing. Just relax the entire body. Watch your breathing. Right, next time when you inhale, slowly raise your head up and then bring your knees together, hug the knee, head down. Observe the hip joint, how you feel after the deep, long stretch. Right, head up and then cross your legs. Come on your cat position first, then go to the downward facing dog. Now adjust the feet front or back, then take your right foot forward between your arms. Bring the left knee down and take your right feet on the left side. Slowly bring your both elbows one by one to the mat. Now once you elbow down, first relax the hip and the neck. After a few breaths, if you need, you can move the elbow more forward or bring it back. Also, you can move the elbows a little bit outside so the shoulder is not too much stress when you're staying in the pose. So the point of every pose in yoga is to keep the position same as long as you are comfortable without moving. Just observe your hip joint. After a few breaths, you can see the hip is more relaxed and the left thigh is more down. And observe the right side of the hip. As the left hip going down, the right side of the hip slowly starting to open up. That means you are giving enough stretch to joint and also the connective tissues around your every joint in the pose. To stimulate, now observe your breathing. You can see the breathing is more slow and deep because your body is not moving, so you don't need to take more faster breathings. The body itself start to slow down your breathing. Keep breathing. If you feel any uncomfortable to stay on the elbow, you always welcome to keep your only palms on the mat, arms straight, and stay in this position. Remember, just keeping the hip is the main focus on this position. So, right, then slowly come on your arms, take your right hand outside and take the right leg back downward, facing dog. Good. Then take your left foot forward. We change the legs and right knee down and take your left hand inside. Bring your elbows one by one to the mat and later you can adjust front or side to make it comfortable your shoulders so you can stay longer time without any uncomfortable in the hip. So the in yoga is to allow the body to relax in the pose. So we don't need to push the body or no need to use the strength to do the pose. The whole point of doing in yoga to keep the body completely relaxed in similar poses to stretch the joints. So remember that and then not to give any perfection in the pose, just do whatever comfortable, whatever your body feels comfortable and then try to watch the body. Bring the awareness to the back. So you're supporting with your elbows. So the back is more relaxed. And observe the hip. This time your left hip joint is stretching. So the right hip is more down and relax. Just keep breathing and stay in the pose. So every in pose is to help your joints to go deeper and also stimulating your connective tissues. Right, take your both palms on the mat and then take your left hand outside, left leg back and come to downward facing dog. Then bring your knees down to the mat. Now move the knees to the edge of the mat and toes together. Sit down between your heels. Then take the right hand to the left side. So bring the right shoulder down first. Then after that, your head down and look to the left side. Then take your left hand behind your back and bend the elbow. Just rest your left hand on the back. And then same time your right shoulder, right arm completely relaxing down to the mat. So the gentle twist with the opening of your hip joint and also the knee joint completely stretching. Right, just to stay in this position and then observe your back. If you feel any uncomfortable to stay this, you can always adjust the head or shoulder more towards the left side or the center. Just to stay and keep breathing in this position. In the beginning, you don't need to completely twist the body, just to stay and then breathe. When you are comfortable, you can move the arms. Right, now take the left hand back and slowly come up. Then we'll go to the other side. So take the left hand to the right side, bring the left shoulder down, head down. Then take your right hand behind your back, bend the elbow, just rest your arms on the back. Also, keep the shoulder head completely resting down on the mat and your hip more down closer to the heels, knees opening and opening the hip joint. Stay this position and just keep breathing. Remember every pose, you just stay and then relax, observe the body, observe the breathing. So every in pose to release the tensions in the body also, and you are giving enough time to rest the body. Right, then slowly head up and release your arms. Now bring your knees together, then come on your knees. So first, take the right knee between your arms in a pigeon pose. Now adjust the hip center and bring your elbows down first. You can adjust the right feet more front or back. Next time when you exhale, elbows outside, bring the forehead to the mat, or you can keep the cheek to the one side or use your arms to support your cheek. Any comfortable position for your neck. Now once you're down, just make sure your arms, shoulders, neck relax. Then observe your back. Next time when you exhale, the back's completely relaxing down. Means your chest, abdomen more closer to the mat. Then bring the awareness to your hip joint. Again, relax the hip. Remember, anytime you can adjust the head, cheek to the one side or forehead during the pose, but just only keep the hip without moving because we are focusing on the hip joint. Then observe the breathing. Now feel the every exhalation, the body relaxing down more deeper. Your left leg completely relaxed, stretching back. You can see you can feel more comfortable. Stay in the pose. So when you see every in pose, it always feels comfortable, but at the same time, you're working deeper into the body. So the focus is not to strengthen your muscles, giving more power to the body, but to release the tensions, more time to body to heal itself by stimulating the connective tissues and stretching your joints. Stay, breathe, and relax. Right, then slowly come up. Right, palms on the mat, lift the hip up, take the right leg back, downward facing dog. Now change your legs. So take the left knee near your left hand and adjust the hip center, adjust the left feet back closer to the hip, and then slowly elbow down, head down. Again, remember you can adjust your elbows front or side so the shoulder is more comfortable in the pose, and also you can keep the forehead or the cheek to the one side. Right, observe your back as you exhale. Next time, relax the back down breathe. Then observe your hip joint. You can see the left side of the hip joint is more stretching, and relax the entire hip. So the in yoga also to help you to relax your mind, means you are staying without any moving, completely resting the body. So the thoughts in your mind to focus on the breath or your body. So here is to relax the body, not to think or not to plan your future or not to focus on your past. Give the present moment in every pose. Not only rejuvenate or rest your body, but also your mind. So take this opportunity to train your body and the mind to relax, rest, and breathe. Stay, breathe, relax. Feel the body is totally down. Right, next time when you inhale, slowly come up and then palms on the mat, lift the hip up, left leg back, downward facing dog. Right, bring your knees down and sit on your heel. Just relax in a child pose, arms near your back, on the feet and head down. Right after, inhale, slowly come up and then release your legs forward. Just relax the legs. Now keep the right leg straight, bend the left foot, touch the right inner thigh. So take your arms, both arms outside the legs, and then bend the elbow, exhale, head down. Now in the beginning, if you feel you cannot straight the leg, it's too difficult, you always bend your right knee slightly. So in that way, you can arch the back slightly and you can move the body forward and bend the elbow down. Once you down, later also you can slightly straight the leg or still keep the elbow bent and knees bent. Then observe your back, relax. Now you can also, if you feel comfortable, walk your arms more forward, stretching the back more forward to deepen your hamstring stretch. It's just make sure whatever comfortable you can try. But the point is to stay once you find your comfortable maximum position and then not moving the body. Now bring your awareness to your hip joint. Next time when you exhale, relax the hip and feel the head is more down, closer to the leg. Then observe the right leg hamstring. Feel the deep stretch in your hamstring as you go forward. At the same time, you are completely relaxing without moving. So the stretch of the hamstring is start to more relax. Remember, every pose is to open up the joints and connective tissues. So even if you are deeply stretching, but still you are working deeper in the body. You don't need to feel every pose. You just need to do the body itself knows how to heal. Observe the breathing throughout the class, slow and deep breathing. Right, next time inhale, slowly head up, walk your arms back. Then release the left leg, change your legs, bend the right foot, touch the inner thigh. You can keep your left knee bent or straight. And then arms outside the leg, bend the elbow, head down. So in the beginning, you don't need to go deeper, just bend down and then check your body for few breaths. After a few breaths, if you feel you are comfortable to go more further, then you can walk your fingers 1 or 2 steps forward. Right, then bring your awareness to the neck and shoulder. As you exhale, completely relax the shoulders and the neck. Observe the back. The back is completely arching. At the same time, you're opening the each vertebra and stretching forward. Then bring the awareness to your hip joint. Relax the hip. Then awareness to the left leg hamstring. You can see the deep stretch from your heels to the sit bones of the left leg. But in the beginning, maybe you feel a little bit too deeper. But just to stay, breathe. Automatically, you can feel comfortable. Your hamstring is more relaxed. So every pose of this whole class is to stretching the connective, stretching your joints and stimulating your connective tissues so that you can make it more flexible joints, more stronger joints. And also you're stimulating into your body and using your connective tissues, and also you're breathing slow and deep. That means you take more oxygen, expanding your lungs, allowing the body to relax, take more breath. And also finally you're giving enough long rest to the body. It's more good to do this in yoga after the days of work so you can rejuvenate, relax your body. The next time inhale, slowly come up, then release the right leg and relax the legs. Right, now we are going to complete the practice. So cross the leg position, take your arms on your knees, eyes closed, then observe the body, how you feel after this class and poses. Thank you everyone to participate this class. See you on the next video.